Hey everyone, my name is Nick. This is my final presentation on the Nike supply chain and how we are going to be optimizing it going forward. The overview of this project is looking at our SIOP operations, which is going to be sales, inventory, operations, and planning, and how we are going to take each of those steps and make sure that everyone who interacts with Nike is able to benefit from this system and how it interacts with each of us on a regular basis. When it comes to sales, we have multiple different customers and clients we are going to be working with, whether it is an individual that wants to purchase a new pair of Nike shoes or shirt, or whether or not it is an athletic department or a large company that wants to have a large bulk order prepared for them. Smaller, more particular orders for individual customers. They're not going to need a massive quantity of product compared to a football team that will need a large number of socks or shoes. We're going to have a larger variety of product for the individual customers as well. The athletic departments are not going to want a lot of variety. They want the same color, the same style. The only thing that we're going to be varying with there is going to be sizes for the different players that are going to be on those teams. Branded merchandise. Whenever you're wearing a name brand, you do feel confident. You feel better about yourself. We want to make sure that that is something that is conveyed to everyone. And whether or not someone is wearing Nike products, if we see our product on TV during college game day, during football season, everyone is going to want to feel good wearing a Nike product. Inventory. We want to make sure that everyone who orders from us, whether it is a large company or an individual, is going to be relying on one supply chain. So if John Smith wants a new pair of shoes, he's relying on the same supply chain and infrastructure that the University of Oregon would be using to get their product as well. If we have multiple different supply chains or different departments serving different customers and clients, there's a lot of different places where that could go wrong, creating backlogs of product or different choke points in transportation and distribution. In addition to that, we want to make sure that if the summer season is rolling around, all of our summer lines and products are in these stores at the end of spring. That way you can enjoy that new product going into the proper season it is made for. And specifically as well, Air Jordans and some of the other larger brands and co-ops that we have as a company, we want to make sure that if a new product launches on May 15th, that product is in every store, ready to be sold on May 15th. We don't want to tell people, we don't have your size, we're sorry, order online, because no one's going to care about having the new pair of shoes 2 weeks after they were new. Operations. We want to make sure that each of these different clients are able to get what they need in a timely manner, in a functional manner, whether it is direct to consumer, Nike outlets, or other outlets such as Kohl's, Macy's, whoever might be selling Nike product. We want to make sure that they have the Nike product that they're looking for. In 2019, we were able to source 93% of our factories ethically, meaning that we are able to not violate any sort of humanitarian laws, and we are doing good for our communities. That is something that looks phenomenal to advertisers. That is something that looks phenomenal to our partners. In addition, that PR that we're going to get going forward builds not just a level of success for our athletes, but a level of success and cooperation for our communities, which is a priceless asset to have in our arsenal. Planning. We have to make sure that anything that does go wrong or can go wrong, we're ready to fight and we're ready to work around. That means if we know that there is a factory in a certain part of the world that is not going to be operational for a while due to a flood, a natural disaster, and a regional conflict, we are still able to deliver on our promises. At the end of the day, the world is an unfortunately very scary place. We can't necessarily fix everything, but we can still make sure that our operations run smoothly and efficiently. Nike must also manage the risk of distributions to its supply chain. This can include things like natural disasters, political instability, and supplier bankruptcies. That is from Defrate of last year. In addition, we also have to remember unions are very common these days. If a union forms and somehow a strike happens, we need to make sure that our product is still being assembled and be ready to be sold to our customers and our clients going forward. If we know we have a factory that is going to be in a region that is having political instability, we might need to look at closing that factory. Do we need to look at whether or not that factory is worth our time? Do we need to look at moving that factory? There are plenty of different options we could be observing going forward. In order to be seen as the best, we must function as the best, nothing short of that. If we want to be a company that people rely on, and if someone feels confident wearing Nike, we also must feel confident in our ability to provide them with their athletic wear. Nothing short of that at all. These are my citations. Thank you very much for watching.